Nah, man, I didn't. What the hell? I didn't just. I didn't just hear what I just heard, man. Beats. What is going on? I know you're playing around with 78 Sports TV. I know you're playing around with him. You know, I honestly don't believe what I've just heard. With all due respect, my brother, I don't understand what I've just heard. You know, all this Beats. I do know exactly what the point was when you were, having that conversation with 78 Sports TV at that time. I do understand the context at that time. Of course, it was going to be going towards, Keith Thurman, taking the fight to fight Mayweather. Of course, I knew that. But the point was, the conversation was had at the time, as exactly as it played out. Keith Thurman, Errol Spence tweeted out a tweet saying he was going to murk Keith Thurman, and Keith Thurman was backing his ass out of it, trying to make excuses. And you pointed out the fact that, look, this kid has called you out, said he's going to murk you, and you're there, basically dilly and dally and trying to twist your way around out of the fight, making all these excuses and shit. So I don't understand why you're sort of like saying, I don't get it. I don't understand. Maybe it's just me. I'm just, I know at the end you were playing because I know you want to see the fight. I understand that. Everybody's joking around. Cool. But it wasn't to sort of get at you or anything, Come on, Beats. Are you going to let, these guys to the LDBC sort of get to you that much? These guys ain't, come on. What, 78 just, pointing out the fact that, you had the conversation? That was it. I remember the conversation because I was saying exactly the same thing you were saying. Exactly the same thing. I didn't disagree with you. You were absolutely right. Keith Thurman should have taken the fight. Keith Thurman ducked out of fighting Errol Spence. And, if Keith Thurman fought Errol Spence at the time, Keith Thurman would have beat him. But Keith Thurman ducked out of it, making all the excuses, all that kind of stuff. And you were right. The premise of what you were saying about him going to Mayweather, yeah, of course that was part of it. But at the end of the day, the point was that, Errol Spencer's calling him out. That was the point. So I don't understand, come on, bro. What's going on? What the hell? Okay, fine. I know you don't, obviously the last bit was sarcasm. I get that. And of course you want to see the fight, but I think it was just the point that you felt like everybody is getting at you. Not everybody's getting at you. My whole thing is that I want to see the fight. I'm not going to pay for anything. I'm not going to pay for any other. This is the biggest fight that could be made in terms of the heavyweight division. Okay, fine. Maybe you probably forgot about the fact that, GGG negotiates with multiple fighters at the same time. I mean, GGG was negotiating with Chris Eubank, and then 24 hours later, all of a sudden, he was fighting Brook. So basically, GGG didn't say he was not negotiating with Eubank. He didn't say that. He was. So how comes 24 hours later, all of a sudden, there was just signed, sealed, and delivered, and he was fighting Brook? Within 24 hours? So he must have been negotiating with two people. He does this all the time. 78 Sports TV was true. You are absolutely correct in regards that AJ cannot fight Deontay Wilder straight away because of the stipulations he has in his contract. I totally understand that. But at the end of the day, if there is a possibility that the fight could be made, then I'm 100% for it. Regardless of whether I'm delusional, I'm a fan. I just want to see these two guys fight. And then, like I said, I understand you were being sarcastic at the end. Of course you want to see the fight. We're not stupid. This is not a victory for the LDBC. I didn't say bullshit like that. I just want to understand, trying to get my head around the fact that, people are not, people, there might be fanboys here, there, and everywhere. But the fundamental fact is that you want to see the fight. I want to see the fight. The fact that, there's roadblocks here, there, and everywhere is besides the point. In my opinion, is besides the point. If AJ can't take on Wilder because AJ has a contractual obligation to fight his mandatories, okay. But AJ needs to come out here and say, look, I want to fight Wilder, but, I've got my mandatories. Then everybody's cool. But AJ has not said that. He's hiding behind his promoter. That's suspect to me. Regardless of how much Eddie Hearn makes money for AJ, that's suspect. Don't hide around your promoter. Come on. We as fight fans, we want to see these guys fight. Now, regardless of whatever the situation, it is what it is. But I just honestly want to believe that, this is just talk. People are just talking. People are gonna have banter and stuff like that. But I hope you're not all people. I personally hope that you're not looking at it from the point of view it's like somebody's ganging up on you, bro. Come on, bro. I don't believe that you don't want to see the fight. Nor does 78. Nor do any of these guys. They don't believe that. You want to see the fight, but what is it? Is it just because these guys are actually coming out and saying, look, while they're talking shit, they're talking shit. So talk shit back. That's what, that's the way it is. I talk shit if I have to talk shit. I think AJ is a great fighter. Not great. I think he's a good fighter. I think Wilder's a good fighter. I think they're both good fighters, but come on, bro. Come on. Come on. All I said was I remember the conversation, and the conversation was as it was. The fact that Mayweather was in the middle, yes, I agree. You're absolutely right. But it doesn't take away from the fact that the conversation, as was discussed, did happen. And the point was exactly correct, which is what you said at the time. And nothing's changed, in my opinion. You haven't changed your position. Nothing's changed. God damn, man. I just, anyways, it is what it is.